who's more of a weeb? I would say Dav is the biggest.
Gav.
I think it's
Dav.
me now. Yeah.
I would say it's like Dav overall, because not only does Dav watch a good amount of anime, I don't know if Dav watches the most anime out of us, but he also like expands it with games and other stuff like that.
This is the first season in probably a year or two where I'm not watching a fuck ton of stuff for the seasonal. Last season I watched about 15 shows. Season before was about 18. This season I'm only watching about 3 things, but that's mainly because there's not much that really interests me. And the stuff that does interest me, some of it is anime original, and I'm kind of always skeptical of it. I want to wait for it. Apart from Tacto P, I'm just going along with it. But
I'll be honest, a lot of anime adaptations that I've seen lately have not been very good.
Yeah, there's been quite a few that's been pretty
Yeah. World and Harm just ruined the characters. I'm so pissed. Yeah, so because the last anime I saw was My Hero and Goblin Slayer. So
in like the general Toronto, Canada kind of area, and we had some really good times. I met some other people. I'm not going to go into too much detail about them, but it was a good time.
Nice. Dev, blessing or curse?
For me personally, it was actually quite a blessing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was a curse on family business because it kind of fucked us over, and we're still feeling the brunt of it, trying to recover. But apart from that, it was quite a blessing for me. I managed to start watching a lot of stuff, cleared a lot of my watch list, read list, and all of that, and also my games list. So it was really fun, and I like the idea of just basically not doing anything. I was broke as shit throughout it, but I'm very good at budgeting, so yeah.
It was a blessing for me because I didn't have to do anything, but like I also learned some of my dad's business during it. It was a curse because of online school. Didn't learn anything. I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, I was kind of glad that I graduated like the year before COVID started, because honestly, like if I had to do online university classes, like I would have just suspended like my program. Like I would not pay for online fucking classes. Like how's that beneficial for me when I want to go to class and meet people and stuff? Just personally.
Yeah, but like the
And, like, I'm done
lockdown one,
university too.
it was just the last term of 8th grade for me, and then 9th grade we had a choice, and like they were just posting assignments. We weren't learning anything, so like it wasn't actual classes. It was just doing work.
Part of the benefit of classes too is like being in. I mean, granted, I don't know how your classroom is set up, but for me, when I was in like 8th grade and 9th grade, we had our classroom tables like set up such that we could see most other people in the room, and we could like talk across the room with the teacher there and have really creative discussions. And I just don't feel like the online environment is really conducive to that.
It didn't. Like last year, half the students were online, and then the other half, me included, were in person. It just did not. It was not a fun time.
Shit. Oh, sorry. Continue. My bad. I thought my mic was on mute. My bad.
What happened?
ID?
Do you have any points to add, Spiderman?
I just saw some spoilers that are pretty lit. For me, it was okay. So for me, I don't know what it was. Could have been both because I had the heart attack in January, got a job in February, COVID started in March, I lost my job in July, and then I didn't get another job until August this year. So I guess it was both a blessing and a curse. Blessing because I got to stay home and not worry about my health, because I do get scared relatively easily when it comes to that, especially if there's like any regular heartbeat or if I'm having chest pain. For obvious reasons, of course. It's not just, oh, he's a little bitch. But it was also a blessing because I did get an employment and I did help the way it was set up. So I wasn't too backed up in, and then a curse because my wife had to, pay a lot of the stuff because she was the only one working. So luckily we made it through though. So yeah, a little bit of both. And then why is Andrew Garfield not the Spider-Man? Because he's not Spider-Man anymore. That's why they're dumbass. Who is better, Rebecca?
So I haven't. So personally, like I haven't read enough of Eden Zero to make a decision about Rebecca. Though from the couple of things I've seen, she seems all right. I do like Lucy, but I think it's the main female protagonist in Raidmaster is Ellie, and I like her more than Lucy. Oh, again, I do like Lucy, so I think Mishima is quite capable. She's better right now.
I prefer Rebecca, personally, but I think Lucy is a better character overall, especially where she is now in the story. Rebecca, I feel like had a bit of a stronger start than Lucy, and I think if Rebecca keeps going the path she is going, she might end up a better character than Lucy. But at the moment, for me, Lucy is the better character. I just prefer Rebecca overall because I've liked Rebecca from the start. Lucy I didn't really like until she started getting better. So for now, for me, it's Rebecca.
Okay. Better
Mine
look
is
at what. Oh, go ahead, Marissa. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got another call, so I wasn't sure if I was going through. It's
So, what was your answer?
it's more of his.
What was your answer, Rebecca or Lucy?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Okay. Better look at is Lucy. Better written, Rebecca. Simple as that. Do we want to speed through Pluto's questions?
Okay, we did childhood memory already. What's the most dangerous
Yeah.
animal on the planet in your opinion?
There's a little frog that could instantly kill anybody in the jungle. Look it up.
Yeah, I feel like the most dangerous animals would not be like a big ass thing like a lion or something. It would be like the tiny little things that like prick you once in the toenail and it's like you die because your whole body like gets poisoned.
There's a frog in I think the Amazons that could take down a gator if it touches it because it's got so much poison on its skin that it just insta death.
Yeah,
This isn't an animal. This is a plant. There is one plant which, if you touch it, it gives you you're in such immense pain that it gives you the inevitable feel of death, and a lot of people actually end up committing suicide just to get rid of the pain. And there's no cure for it. I don't think the actual thing can kill you, but you're in so much pain that you feel like death is better. That shit is fucking weird, bro. And that's in Australia. This is why you never go to Australia.
This man went to
on the topic of
vacation.
Australia and pain, though, there's another animal called the stonefish. Basically, it's like you don't even have to like hit it hard. You just like touch it, or like not even like the space between a touch and a prick. That space, it's like basically it's like getting your finger beaten with a sledgehammer. It's so bad, and it's from what I've heard, yeah, similar that people like have committed suicide over the pain and like like a decade down the line, a former victim is still like healing from the pain. It is whack.
So here's the name of the animal. The golden poison frog is considered one of the most toxic animals on the earth. A single specimen measuring 2 inches, that's basically the size of a quarter, has enough venom to kill 10 grown men. So yeah,
Jesus.
Don't fuck with.
Marissa, anything with you?
I haven't looked at animals in like forever.
Okay. Next one. Do you ever see anything in the server that offends you that doesn't seem like it would be offensive, but you never say anything about it? Not to sound rude, but there isn't really anyone in the server that I value enough to properly offend me. So if there's something I see that I don't like, as long as it's not breaking the rules, I don't really care. I just move on.
Yeah, basically.
I need to go for a quick couple minutes, but I'll just speed through the questions really quickly. I don't have enough experience in the server to observe anything offensive. This guy couldn't think of questions for me, so I'm just gonna answer. What's the stupidest thing I've done as a child or adult? Child, don't remember. Adult. I don't know, probably just saying something stupid at the wrong moment. And actually, yeah, the rest of the questions are for Dav, and I don't understand his fifth question, that if you could make a manga a cliche character trope for protagonist, which would that does maybe he meant it differently, but he worded it poorly, and I will be back in 5 minutes.
No worries. Dad. Okay,
Let
me just answer the question. Let me and Marissa answer the question. Then you could answer your questions. Marissa, is there anything in the server that offends you besides you being from Texas? Got it.
I don't care.
No, yeah, there's usually nothing. If it's I only get I don't get offended. I do get annoyed. So if you annoy me, I'll probably just delete your message. So you shut the fuck up and move on. And yeah, Def, you could go ahead and answer.
If I could have changed one thing, I would like to have a little sister, but other than that, I wouldn't change a single thing. Most important lesson you've learned in life: don't take life too seriously. There's a time and place when you need to be serious. The rest of the time, enjoy it because you're not here forever, and at the same time, nothing is guaranteed. So might as well just do what you want to do that is going to bring you enjoyment, as long as you're not putting other people's lives into disarray. No, you can't get free mod or ownership. Manga. I think what they're saying is, if you can create a character with a cliche trope, what would it be? Make them overpowered. Overpowered characters are fun to watch.
Boring after a while, though, right?
Depends on the series. Like One Punch Man, Saitama's never gonna get boring. Shit's funny. Gilgamesh, he has a lot of downfalls to him. He's extremely overpowered, but dude's arrogant as shit, which is why he loses. But it's not like overpowered is very fun to watch, as long as it's not. If it's gonna be someone who never ever loses completely, like Saitama, it's got to be in that setting where that One Punch Man is in. It couldn't be in a serious show.
What about Malgakwan? That guy's overpowered. Doesn't
See,
lose.
Margwalk, I view that as the magical version of One Punch Man because the dude can never lose and he never struggles, and he just jokes around and he stares at you and you lose, and the motherfucker can create magic out of nothing. So that's how I kind of view that show.
Fair.
It doesn't take itself serious enough, which is why it's enjoyable.
All right, yeah, you're not wrong. Dav, why is your name Dav?
So the short story is it's a combination. Davjack is a combination between my parents' names because I needed a PSN login when I was like 12, 13 for COD. And the condition was that they used their email address and had access to it to make sure I wasn't doing stupid shit. And Davjack has just stuck ever since then. So that's why.
I mean,
It's actually meant to be Dave Jack, but Davjack's just what he's called on. So
too late, bro. It's Dav.
I don't mind.
We already answered other. Yeah, can I speak? We already answered Matt's other questions. Buddy, how does it feel to be the best mod?
I'm amazing. It feels great.
Well, yeah, it's also Make a Wish. Here's a question. I don't know if you've answered this, Mari. Why do you like My Little Pony?
I think it's just nostalgia that's carrying me now. But like the show actually also grew with the audience. Like they stopped doing like how like it's always like, oh, power of friendship and stuff. They started being like self-aware, and it was kind of funny.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was another question that followed that. Oh, great. I gotta scroll all the way freaking down.
Assuming you're the youngest people in the podcast, how does it feel to be more epic? In all seriousness, no, do you get nervous being a mod on a huge server and being the youngest mod?
No, I literally don't care. I'm used to being the youngest because, like, you know how, like, all your parents' college friends always hang out? Yeah, all their kids were older than me. I grew up with an older brother. I don't care.
And then the next one is. Oh, continue. Sorry.
I don't think I have a need to be nervous because people already think I'm older than I really am. So that's their fault. But like, I don't care.
To be fair, both me and you were very nervous when we were interviewing Sean, dump truck ass Chipluck.
Okay, yeah, but that was different.
Yeah, I got scolded by him, and then you were nervous. Yeah, that was a good time though. Oh, what's the next question? Okay, that's.
I'm sorry, I just got back. Why did Sean Shiplock scold you?
Because I was talking about a certain twist in a certain show, and he's like, "Why are you spoiling the twist?" So he spoiled
Oh,
it, and I was like, "I'm sorry." And then he disrespected Andrew Garfield, so I felt bad.
ooh, that son
What?
of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. What do you think should change his? That's a loaded question. Everything.
Ooh, I don't
So
think we
Yeah.
should answer that.
yeah. What do you want to
I
be
can
when
give a
you grow
really
up?
short answer though, if you want.
No, it's
Oh,
it's too
okay.
loaded. It's too loaded. It's too loaded. Least favorite character in Fairy Tale, the
Fucking
one that you
happy.
like, fucking
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dev. Why is it you,
uh,
Juvia? Why is it Juvia?
whoa, let's calm the fuck down. Let's calm the fuck. Juvia is the reason I kept watching that shit. Probably want to say Mest. I do like his powers, but I don't like the character, and not just because he's a pedo.
Mm.
That factors
Honestly,
into it.
I hate a tangent, but I don't like that whole pedo revelation that they did for him. Like at first, it was just a meme because he was teaming with Wendy, but like it's not a serious thing.
And then it just
And
got worse.
well, yeah, because like then there was that little imagined spot Urza had in the Sun Village where she was a kid, and Jalal was like, "Sorry, not interested in children," and he walks away. But like Master's like peeking out around the corner, be like, "Oh." It's like okay, but like fine,
Yeah.
like that's a joke because that's Urza's imagination. But
But
then like
sure.
on the
But
fucking
why would? But why
Paracoal
would she
Island,
think that?
he's actually fucking like looking at these kids, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, but see, if it was in Urza's imagination, why would she have that
But
imagination? She already knew that motherfucker would
no,
be.
she was memeing.
Sure she was. Sure she
Even
was.
if she was or wasn't, either way, like that
Yeah.
whole revelation of him being
Yeah.
a pedo was. I feel like that was just. I
I
don't.
think
I feel.
Machima
Like, I don't
probably
feel like that was a
intended it as a
Mashima thing.
joke, but like it was just not cool.
I don't know if I. I don't think that was a Mashima thing. I think that was an editorial thing.
What?
Yeah.
I don't. I
I,
don't think that was like Mashima's main plan with it. I think that was an editorial, like persuasion.
Like you think the editors wanted him to be confirmed as a pedophile?
I can't.
I
I just can't imagine an author putting that into a story like Fairy
Well,
Tale.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he put it in there as like to actually confirm him being a pedophile. I think he just did it as like a joke. Like it just got taken in such a bad way because of all the context surrounding it, especially these days.
yeah. Least favorite character, I don't know. Ivan. What do you want to be when you grow up? I guess Marissa, you're the only one who could actually answer this. So
If
knock
she's the
yourself
only one
out.
who's not grown up.
Thanks.
I'm
Well,
sorry. Go on.
honestly, I don't know. I one day I do want to open a bakery, but I don't think that's going to happen in the near future.
Hey, you don't know
But
that.
Hey,
yeah,
my
I
mom's a
know.
good baker, so
Well, no, like I guess the current path that's been set for me is to like take over my dad's business. So like after that, I'll do the things I want.
I know that
just,
feeling.
just sell the business
Yeah.
once he's gone. Once he gives it over to you, just sell it. Be
But,
like,
like
I'm
that's
over.
my dad's pride and joy. So like I'm
Oh,
not about to do that.
well, he fucked up by giving it to you. Just sell it. Make a profit. Simple. Quick math. Sorry, it's not a quick. Oh, Sue Spidey, POV, all current mods step down. Took him long enough. You are the only one left to take care of it all, and in the current moment where where Nitro scams are everywhere, you hold an emergency mod. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be holding mod applications if my mods left. I've told them before. Once they're gone, I'm probably gonna stick to just me and maybe one other mod. I mean, maybe Araby stays, and then just work through Panther Lily.
And
Yeah.
also, if we're being completely honest, across both Entity and Fairy Tale, there isn't really anyone new that's appeared in the last few months that we can say with confidence. Yeah, they could probably be one.
Yeah.
The Discord Nitro scans can be very difficult to filter out. I've been playing around in Entity trying to find a way to do it. It is very difficult to work around it. It is possible it will just take an extremely fucking a lot of stuff, but it also take away probably perms to do with linking, which would affect even just regular users. So it is possible. It's just we don't do it because as a mod team we are active enough. We're not like other shitty servers where the mods don't do anything. We're active enough to get to it within a few seconds.
I think I could figure it out how to stop those links if I actually worked on it. I think I have a plan. But yeah, basically, I've already told these mods that if they step down, I wish them the best. I hope they're still active. And yeah, when are we getting more mods? I mean, I welcome them back if they wanted to come back, but I wouldn't get more mods. I just deal with it.
If any of you could have a full set of manga for one series, which series would you choose?
Which was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That was Crosan GFOC.
I would actually
Marissa, you read
love.
the Yu-Gi-Oh manga?
I want to.
It's pretty
Oh,
good. I've read some of it.
I have read some of it. I haven't finished it, but it is quite nice. Very unique.
Is Dark Magician
Mm.
Girl still dope?
She's still
Hot.
hot?
Yeah, she
I
is.
said-
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
100%.
She was also she was also, if I remember correctly, meant to be tanned, like how Dark Magician is.
I don't.
I was
No,
reading a
Dark
post about that.
Magician.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I could spoil some stuff, but like, I won't.
All right.
So Marissa said Yu-Gi-Oh! Death.
I would actually. So, I don't think there's a full set of manga I'd like to own, but one series that I would like to own and I've recently picked or recently watched was Bunny Girl Senpai. I don't read light
My
novels, but I would
bad.
like to actually own the novels for it because I feel like if I had the physicals, I would probably want to read it more.
My man. I got
Looking into buying it, it's not that expensive actually, but it's still quite cost heavy, especially because there's a good 8 or 9 novels out so far or something like that, and
I
not
think
all
it's
of them are
10
in
now.
English. Yeah, not all of them are English yet, but that is one I do actually want to slowly start collecting. I plan to in the new year to order the first one,
My man.
alongside a couple of other stuff.
Nice. Good shit. Bunny Girl Senpai, that's a must-watch anime. King, what's your answer?
It's not a manga. Can I say light novel?
Sure.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I've never actually read Bunny Girl, so I don't know. But I would say the Bakemonogatari series. I'm very curious about it. I've seen a couple seasons of the anime, and I really want to know more. But the wiki isn't always up to date. Where like
Fucking wiki.
it's tough. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. I mean, to be fair, I never had any interaction with that wiki while I was editing Fairy Tail Wiki, so I don't know who the mods are there, but who the admins are there. But yeah, but I think the series is really fascinating. I love the first season for the most part, and even the second season is not too bad. So I would really love to read the light novels and get a deeper understanding of all the material that inspired the anime, and obviously catch up to it or finish it or whatever, because I actually don't even know the status of the series, whether it's finished or not, because there always
Fair.
I
seems to
think
be
it
something
is.
new coming out, and it's tough to keep track because it's also mildly anachronic in order.
Yeah. Mine's a sword right now. I'm just fucking with you. Mine's would be Goblin Slayer because it has both a manga and a light novel. And secondly would be, like Dav said, Bunny Girl Senpai. And lastly, my teen romantic comedy is not what it seems. Snafu or whatever. Oregairu Snafu. I don't know the full name. Sorry. What is your favorite villain in all of entertainment, basically?
Dude, what the fuck?
I actually really love Joker overall. I think Joker's probably my favorite just because of the fact that
He reminds you of Hype.
okay, not now you've ruined him. No, it's actually I just love the whole dynamic he has because the dude, yeah, he wants to be a troll, but at the same time, his entire existence is just to piss off Batman and just to get Batman to kill him because if he kills him, Joker wins. Like,
He breaks his one rule.
yeah, like that. I just love that whole yes, if his aim is never to take over the world or take over Gotham. That's not his aim. He's just there to fuck with Batman. He's just trying to fuck around. And I find it hilarious.
Nice. Marissa, who's your favorite villain in My Little Pony? So that's probably the only thing you've seen.
Or if you want to just limit to a specific genre, like manga or TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was considered a villain, Well, he's not actually my favorite, but I can't think of anybody. Well, I guess he was like kind of like an anti-hero. You know there's a guy in Yona. He's the fire tribe person who was like in love with Yona,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's
her
now a
like
good guy.
isn't he like her cousin or something?
No, that's Suwon, the fire tribe guy, the, who was literally obsessed with Yona.
I must be thinking of a different part of the anime. It's been a few years since I watched that anime, and I haven't read the
Yeah.
manga.
But yeah, him. I don't remember his name. It started with a T, I think.
Tramp. Got it. King.
I'm just gonna stick to anime and manga. I really liked. Well, he obviously wasn't as much of a villain by the end of the series, but I really liked Scar in Full Metal Alchemist. I always
Scar
thought
was great.
I thought you were saying Scar and Lion King.
Well, he's not bad, but I actually do prefer Scar in Full Metal
I wouldn't
Alchemist.
say Scar was ever a villain, though. He was an antagonist, but I wouldn't say he was a villain.
Well, I mean, I think in the early parts you could say he was a villain, but he slowly transitioned away from that as you got to know him better and understand parts
Actually, yeah,
of
that's
his
fair.
motivation. He realizes that revenge is not just, it may be satisfying in the moment, but it's very poisonous down the road. But yeah, and like yes, like I always thought that he had a really interesting backstory. He was like, I think the first person in the series to actually like beat Edward in a fight, like, straight up. And yeah, I thought he had a really good thing down the line, and I thought he had a really good ending too. Like, he's gonna work with Major Miles to kind of rebuild their society, and he's not gonna be. And obviously he fought the Fuhrer at the end, and acknowledges like it was tough, but he did the right thing. And yeah, no, I just generally thought he was a great character like that.
Okay.
Got a
For
better
me,
one. Sorry,
who
you
do
can
you
go.
no,
Then I'll say. No, I'll go
go
after.
ahead. Go ahead. Go.
Eggman.
Oh,
Who?
from Sonic?
Yeah.
That's a good answer, actually. Eggman was
Wait,
great.
like the Jim Carrey version or a different version?
All.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
For me, it would be the Dark Archer, aka Malcolm Merlin in Arrow. I just like the way he constantly saw himself as a hero, even though he was doing these villainous things, and you
Yeah.
could just see his perspective. So that was pretty solid. What's the most immature thing you still do today? Wank it. I'm kidding.
I pick out vegetables I don't like. Like most of them, I'll eat if I've got meat, I'll eat it with the vegetables.
I'm
But
sorry,
if it's
what
one I
question
really
is
don't
this?
like, immature thing you still do to this day.
Oh.
Like Brussels sprouts, get the fuck away from me. Those will sit on the corner of my plate for the rest of his lives.
Versa.
I think the most immature thing is like I can't handle like serious situations. Like I don't know what to say in those. Oh yeah, I can't talk. Like I have zero social skills.
That's just an introvert.
Yeah. I don't know.
King.
I don't know if this is necessarily childish, but what you got to learn this better as a child. But like my posture is really bad. So like
If
I'm
you
always
slouch, you're immature.
I
That's
guess
such
I don't know.
a boomer answer, bro. I'm not gonna lie to
I mean,
you.
look,
Nah,
I
but if you
legitimately
do
don't
slouch,
know.
you're immature, bro. Sit up like a real man.
Yeah,
Sit up like an
whatever.
adult, bro. Don't be an idiot. Fix yourself.
No, that's
Eat my
fair,
ass.
but
Like I don't know.
you want them to eat your ass. Is that what you're saying?
What the
It's just my
fuck?
general response when someone tells me
How
I'm
did we
being
get to
a
that?
child or something to that effect.
And again, that man is telling you he says. I mean, what you do in your spare time?
Well, I mean, like he's his mouth. He's clearly full of shit. So just get more shit. I don't know. He's
Fuck's
spewing it
sake.
already. Anyway,
if
yeah,
you
just
could
the
act your
slouching thing.
okay, I guess I throw tantrums every now and then. I say I guess because I know I do.
He does.
Yeah, especially when the mods don't do jack shit. Um, Marissa and Dev just stay quiet. If you could act or direct in the movie or TV show, what would you choose?
I don't care to do those.
Marissa,
Act or
act.
direct in a movie or TV show.
No.
Nah, okay, King.
What?
If you could act or direct in a movie or TV show.
Actor directed it. Well, I certainly don't want to direct because I feel like it would just be more of a challenge than it's necessarily worth. If I could act, I don't necessarily feel like I want to be an actor. I just think I'm a very private person for the most part, so it doesn't seem like something that would be fitting for me. But I wouldn't mind having small roles in TV shows that I like. So if I could have had a small role in like Lucifer, you know, on the side doing tech work or something, I would have been happy with that.
An extra.
Not
Yeah,
an extra. I would want like a couple of lines. I wouldn't want to be like voiceless, but yeah, I don't want to be like the person who gets credited in the opening parts of the episode. Just like put my put my name in the end credits, and we're good.
I would direct a Spider-Man movie and direct it right. Last question from Cruel, I guess. If you had limitless money to buy one item, what would it be?
Game related stuff. Because over the time, games just
It's
get more and
one
more
item.
expensive.
One item, sir, not fucking everything. One item.
If I had the limit to buy one item, if you bought it once and you bought it already, no need to buy it again. What's an example of something you'd have to keep rebuying? If you have to keep rebuying, you're buying a shit version.
So the correct answer is I would buy the world. Simple. Then I.
Well, you
that
bought
would-
it, you've already bought it.
No,
Like,
if
what's the
you.
point of having limitless money then?
Well, you have limitless money to buy whatever you want. Because he's basically saying we're poor as fuck. So that we don't have the money to buy what we want.
I don't
It's fair.
interpret it that way.
Okay,
Well,
that's fair. All right. What else? Favorite childhood game? That's a
Sly
good
Cooper. Or Pokemon Emerald, one of those two.
King.
Childhood game. I think my first system that I owned myself was a Game Boy Advance, so I'm gonna say Digimon Battle Spirit. It was like one of those fighting games like where it's like you get one opponent on one stage and then you level up like to like different opponents on different stages and then you fight the final boss. I always just found it really interesting. There was like a lot of unlockable characters, certain side missions you had to do in terms of like win it in this fashion and you unlock this character or you unlock this banner or whatever. I just always found it a really fascinating game. It was like my go-to game whenever I was like in the back of the car or whatever.
Okay. Mine was the original Spider-Man game in the PS1 or Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memory.
God, that was such a good game.
Such a bang. Dude, Hunter asked the fucking 1,000 questions. Jesus Christ.
Favorite Spider-Man, favorite suit.
Okay, I guess I'll just speed through these. What was your favorite? What was the first Spider-Man related movie or comic cartoon you saw? Okay, so I saw the original 1990s Spider-Man show. The cartoon show. Favorite suit is obviously Superior Spider-Man suit. Get it together. Favorite, least favorite movie. Into the Spider-Verse, and least favorite movie would be Venom 2. Where
Well,
did
he
you
said
find
not Spidey related.
Oh, that's okay. My favorite movie of all time is probably Wall-E. My least favorite movie of all time that I've seen is I don't watch a lot of shitty movies, so I guess I'll say Silent Hill because that's the last shitty movie I remember watching. Where did you find King of the Cool? King of the Cool. I found him in Build-A-Bear Workshop. No, I'm just kidding.
And also, technically, you find me. It was Michelle who already knew me.
Yeah.
We didn't find
there-
him because we haven't seen him yet. He's just here.
Where
Well,
did
no, you can
and
find
Goose,
people online. That's just how that works.
where did you and Goose arm wrestle Anime Expo? When we fighting? When you stop being a little bitch? 7. If you had to describe each of your servers with one word, Fairy Tale would be heaven, 7 Deadly Sins would be hell, everything else would be in between. Who's your favorite out of the other host, Marissa, because she's the nicest.
Hey.
That's a pretty
also-
legitimate answer.
You can bring back any mod from the past and make them mod again. None. They don't want to be mods.
But
they wanna
there
be-
is an admin he would bring back.
Exactly, hands down. But that guy is living life, so never forget Aju. Never forget. Okay, so those I guess those were for me or for everyone.
They were originally for you, and he's like, discuss and ask. I'm not answering.
I think number 10 is for everybody, but the first 1 to 9 are Spider-Man.
But it's a copy and paste anything or redo. This guy,
It can't be
Um,
that. Got it.
Well, I would say that we can do some helpful shit there, like copy a house and then paste it onto like unoccupied land and just build more
Why
sustainable
would
housing that way. And also
money?
copy trees and then paste trees around so you help global warming.
I mean, we could technically already do that, but we don't. So
No, he
Copy
means like magically do it. I assume
money.
is that what he meant. So yeah.
Money.
yeah, just copy paste money. Which if you had the most beatings from your
Well, I don't think copy pasting
children.
money would work because the
Huh?
money would have the same serial number and then they would be classified as counterfeits and you'd be arrested.
You'd have to be
Not
caught
if it's
first.
not if it's coins.
True, not if it's coins, but then you'd need a lot more coins because coins don't have huge denominations.
Just
like
copy
dollar
paste the
bills.
numbers on your bank account. Boom.
Checkmate.
Now, oh, look at all these zeros
I mean,
added.
that's
Now
only
I've got a
yours
million.
though.
Well, yeah, that's still. I mean, why the fuck am I looking out for other people? I'm looking out for myself.
I mean, just be a little bit altruistic.
No, altruism doesn't exist.
Which of you
I,
got the most?
I agree that it
beating?
doesn't exist, but that's because no one's doing it.
Which of you had the most beating from your bitch? I don't have kids. The fuck
From
you
your
mean?
parents.
Oh.
Probably me or Spidey.
Surprisingly, I didn't get beat by my. So early on, I got the gaming consoles removed, and the only time I did get beat it was when I told my science teacher I'm done with this because we had to dissect an eye, and I was playing cards, and she's like, "Why are you playing cards?" I was like, "I'm done. This is easy as shit." So I started playing, and she asked me, and I was like, "Okay," and I still started playing. That's how I got this shit beat up. But other than that, I really didn't get beat.
Wait, your teacher beat shit out of you?
No, my parents beat.
Oh.
They spanked me. Got the good old fashioned belt and just beat my ass.
Fair enough. Like I was about to
Beat
say,
with
like,
the hanger.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
like,
bro.
with your teachers, like, man, people like, have you seen the videos these days? Like, the teacher hits someone and the student hits back, and then there's like a fucking brawl in the classroom. It's pretty whack.
I started off getting beatings. I got beatings all the way through till I was like 16, 17. I mean, eventually it got to a point where they didn't affect me, but I didn't let my parents know that. I let them have the satisfaction to believe that it did. But
Sometimes
from about 14 onwards, it became a case so they just took away my console, my phone, and everything like that, where I wasn't allowed to go outside to go to my sports and so on. So they started taking away stuff that actually mattered to me because a beating, yeah.
fair.
But
What
I
is
did
the
get a
first?
lot of beatings as a kid.
What is the first manga you read?
The first book I actually read was Bleach in the school library. However, my school library had random volumes. I remember it had volume 3 and then like 8 and then 9. Like it was random. And I would pick it up and I'll try to read it. And then I would get confused because I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's the who and who and whatever. So that's the first one I actually read or tried to read it. The first one I actually read in full was NNT, unfortunately. Followed by Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was the first anime I ever got into, along with Pokemon. But the first manga I read was NNT in full.
And King and Marissa, I think we should try to wrap these up really quick because I don't know how much longer we could record for.
Yeah, well, I'll be quick with that. Well, I had actually seen the anime first, but I think the first manga, like, I properly read, like, I'd flip chapters here and there, but I think the first manga I properly read start to finish was Yu Yu Hakusho.
Marissa,
All anime or all the mangas I'm reading are like still continuing, and I think it was 100-Year Quest and Eden Zero for me.
all right. For me, it was Fairy Tail. Is One Piece too long? Yes, it's too long and too boring and too pointless.
One Piece is a fantastic series, but it is too long.
Fairy Tale criticism, we've covered those in a podcast before. What we
Yeah,
did was
we
no gacha or gambling and what. I mean, I just do something else. I just do that stuff because I enjoy it.
If you get a full view of Spiderman, will you ever look into them? Yes.
And to the guy with the Asian lettering name or girl with the Asian lettering name who asked, "Aren't you from the light novel?" I was so uncool that the goddess reincarnated me as the king of uncool. No, but I really wish I was, because that would be way nicer than what's currently going on, and I could have my own harem or something.
X-Men or the
X-Men.
Avengers? I
X-Men.
prefer X-Men.
Are we doing all of Erza's ones?
We'll speed through it
No.
real quick.
In terms of like comics, it depends for X-Men or Avengers. Like X-Men have some good stuff, but I generally like Avengers characters more.
All right.
Okay, I'll say the question. If someone doesn't answer, we say yes, and then they answer it. If they don't, we
How
just move
about, how
on.
about we just answer? So you ask the question, we all answer.
Okay,
and
what
then
anime resonates the most with you? I don't have an answer.
Don't know.
It depends for the reasons in terms of like entertainment, like probably Gurren Lagann, but in terms of like emotion, probably like Clan at After Story.
Actually,
Okay.
my answer would be My Love Story.
Best filler episode. That's Goku and Piccolo learning to drive.
I don't know.
I actually enjoyed the like. I don't know. I haven't thought about this one deeply, but I actually enjoyed the fairy tale filler episode where Lucy accidentally turns invisible.
Oh, that one was good. So yeah, which
Uh,
character had the best glow up character development for the answer is obviously Wendy. Even if you're
Yeah.
not a fan of Wendy, she had the
Yeah.
best glow up.
Yeah, Wendy's up there, 100%.
Most underrated in fairy tale.
Happy,
Panther
Happy's
Lily.
ass.
just to piss off
Panther
kids.
Lily.
Panther Lily is underrated.
Okay,
People
yeah,
don't talk
that's
about him enough, but he's the best Exceed by far.
Best villain so far in Eden Zero and why?
Ziggy.
No
Ziggy's
answer.
the only answer because the others are just generic and the same.
I like Jack and Joe, but yeah, I agree.
Which is one thing you like about the server and its members, the infrastructure. What is the con of being a moderator? I'm pretty sure I could answer for both Marissa and Dav, where it's like when they give their opinion, people bitch about it, but like, why are you giving your opinion? You're a mod, you're supposed to be robotic and not give opinions. And yeah. Dav?
Yeah, it's just people just trying to when they're very obviously breaking rules, but they're trying to skirt around. I'm not actually doing it. Shut the fuck up, bruv.
Yeah.
What movie has been your best so far? Inception.
So far,
Um,
Wally.
I don't
What
know.
King,
King, you
best
don't have
best movie
movie.
so far.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of different movies. I'm not sure I have a particular one favorite.
what
Okay.
is your Discord pet peeve? So many questions.
Don't really have a Discord pet peeve.
I would say it's just pinging on replies, but I don't really mind it. But it depends on the person. There's some people that don't fucking ping, but then there are others I don't really care.
Can you not mute those?
It's not the
Yeah.
sound; it's just it lights up your fucking Discord like a
Oh,
Christmas
fair
tree.
enough.
And if I'm right there, I'm already talking.
My Discord pet peeve would be those people that are super broke and still try to post gifs and they know they can't, so they post a full sized image, and it's like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Oh, the people who take the
Yeah.
GIF emote and they copy the link and post that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is annoying. That's annoying.
Tell me that you're poor without telling me that you're poor.
Minus the like whenever people put like crazy fonts for the channel or categories.
Oh yeah, it's so ugly. Looks
So
like shit.
bad.
I'm
I
gonna
can
do
say
that.
this because Erza
No,
isn't in the chat
Spidey,
right now.
we already went over this. Don't do this again. If you had a
Really
chance to go
what?
to the anime world, which one would it be? Pokemon?
Yeah.
Wrong answer,
No,
Bunny
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd go into Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't want to
Bunny
go to
Girl
the Shadow Realm. I'm good.
Konosuba.
Konosuba. So you guys are choosing places where you could actually die.
What's your
Couldn't you die
point?
in like most anime universes outside of like
Not
the
it.
rom coms?
He's gonna choose one like My Love Story because that's
Yeah,
basically where we
probably.
already are.
He's
I
apparently the
literally
only one who
said,
knows.
Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah.
I answered this.
That's
Oh,
just
okay.
daily life, dude. Unless you're like already like fucking
What
supernatural. At least if you
advice?
went to like fairy tale or something, you'd have a chance to be a mage and do shit.
Why would I want to be a mage with those annoying cunts?
You don't have to be with fairy tale, but like in the fairy
I
tale
name
universe.
one guild that isn't annoying. Name one of the guilds that isn't annoying.
Okay, this is a tangent. Anyway, how do you feel about a new Eden anime, Eden Zero? We
It's-
covered
it's-
it, but it did well.
Exceeds
I
expectations.
like
What
the
advice?
episodes that I saw.
What advice do you give for anime newbies? Watch what you want. Fuck what the people
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try different genres. Every genre. So you get demographics and you get genres. Within the demographics, there is a bunch of genres. Try all of the demographics and try all of the genres. You will find something in each genre that you will like, and then go off of those. Build your own little what you like. Don't ask people what did you think of this, but don't take what they say as fact.
I don't know if they still do these, but we used to do this thing called the 3x3, where it's like your grid of like your 9 favorite anime. Build your own,
We've-
basically. Don't have
we've
the
done
same
that.
one as someone else.
We've done something
Or
like that
don't
before.
base yours off as someone else.
Never.
Yeah, I've got one too, but yeah, I don't know if
Never.
people still do them. Is my thing.
Try everything. Give each show at least 3 to 5 episodes to try and hook you. If it's a very longer show, like say Dragon Ball, give it the first arc if you can.
No, don't do that. Just give it 3 episodes. If you don't like the first 3
I'll be
episodes,
honest. I don't even think you necessarily need 3 episodes. Just give it just watch the first episode. If you don't like it, you're probably not going to like the rest of it.
No,
I can't
because a
think
lot
of,
of but a lot of shows will definitely pick up. Or
they 100% pick up. But my thing is, if you don't like episode 1, like
No, but
how
listen,
many?
but this is someone who's new. You can say this to someone who's experienced anime because they know the tropes
Uh,
that can come along. But someone who's brand new, they're not going to know shit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Maybe if they're like very very new to anime, fair enough.
I mean, if they've never seen
But, like,
anything in their life, sure. But I'm pretty sure they've seen TV shows and movies.
No,
So
but
they
Well,
still,
I'm
it's still a
thinking
case of if you're new,
but, like, yeah.
you've got to give it a fair chance. Because
I
stuff
think
gets
you do have
better.
to give fair chance. Like, there's no guarantee. Like, I can't think of any anime that I really like that had a bad first episode.
I mean, a lot of people quit Goblin Slayer because there's rape in the first
I
episode.
haven't seen Goblin Slayer, but like,
there wasn't even
what about
the
You
rape.
didn't see it, but no, but it happened, and a lot of people
Anything-
dropped because of that. But if they
anything could
didn't,
happen. Like, there's an what was that anime with the fucking benches?
And that wasn't even the first episode. That was like the first 10 minutes.
yeah,
So,
exactly, and a lot of people
it-
dropped after that. But if they carried
it
on
had-
watching for at least 3 episodes, they would have seen the shit that comes, how good it
Guys,
gets.
do you know the anime I'm talking about? The one with the bench?
No.
No,
It's the one where he's not the main character. His best friend is the one everybody loves, and he keeps getting rejected on the bench. You guys know what anime I'm talking about?
Nope.
I have to look
I
this
love
shit up.
story.
Fuck off.
While you look that up, if you could
But
go one
yeah,
day
no, like
without
that's just a weird anime. Like the first 3 episodes are actually like fucking fantastic. I laugh my ass off, and the rest of the anime is legitimately ass. So if you gave that the 3 episode test, you would be disappointed. It's like keep your mind open. I gotta look for this shit.
Well, you could go one day without any consequences. What would you do? I'd just steal money.
yeah,
Yeah, just
just
steal
go
money.
to the bank and steal as much money as I can.
Just need money. Just like take your stuff and go.
Did you
I'd
ever
beat
try
up people.
Fuck it off and take the money.
Well, you get shot because you're in Texas. But good luck
I
with
got
that.
a list. It's like
And also, when he said
Jesus.
consequences, I imagine like legal consequences. If you attack someone, they're going to beat you up, especially if you're smaller than them.
Yeah, tiny person.
Did you ever go trick or treating
I
as
don't
a
know how
child?
big Marissa
Once or
is, but,
twice,
like, yeah.
never cared for it.
That's on cosplay. Cosplay solid. I would do it if I had money.
Same.
I don't care for it, but I have done it a couple of times. But again, it was a big
You know you
money.
like the cosplay girls. Why you
Not
love
really.
Oh,
Like
first
a lot
of all,
of
who
the
doesn't
time.
love cosplay girls?
No, a lot of the time when I get sent to go in cosplay, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, nah. Like it looks good, but I don't really care. Like if they're hot, they're hot, but it's the cosplay is not what is exciting me. It's just the fact that there's a hot girl, and 9 times out of 10 you see it in their booty.
What calms you down with
Orisuke was the anime that I was thinking of, the one with the fucking benches.
What?
What?
Sorry,
Which one?
Orisuke.
Never heard
Check
of
the
it.
wiki. Dude, like it's oh my god, you gotta watch the first 3 episodes. Those are fantastic, but the rest of the anime sucks ass.
If you could choose one anime to come to life, what would it be? Pokemon. If you could choose one.
Pokemon would be pretty solid. Yeah.
yeah.
If
Who
you
calms
did
you
one
down? Sure.
thing about the planet Earth without any repercussions, what would it be?
The cars, destroy the cars. Get
Yeah.
rid of all CO2. Simple as that. Or clean every ocean. Pretty simple.
Just something to do with
Yeah, just kind of
making
snap it.
Earth
and
not be
just, like,
shit.
fix everything.
Yeah. What calms you down when things get out of hand?
Wait, wait. If you could change one thing about planet Earth without any repercussions, would it be? Couldn't we theoretically change the limitation on CO2 such that the Earth can absorb an infinite amount? That way we can keep doing whatever the fuck we want, and the Earth will just keep taking it infinitely and never.
Look,
and
fucking
global
Now we're
nerd.
just going
Right.
too deep into it, bro.
All right,
fine,
look,
whatever.
fucking nerd.
If you choose,
Go away.
what calms you down when things get out of hand? Music.
Yelling at people.
He's not
Berating
wrong.
them.
YouTube.
He does that.
Berating the living shit out of people. If you do something stupid and I'm annoyed, I will be fucking calling you out, making you feel like a fucking idiot. Just so you
Oh
know
wait,
you're
my trampoline.
so yeah. King, what calms you down?
Yogurt.
Okay.
Someone's been
Like
able to pass
flavored yogurt, like a nice blueberry. It's actually really
Okay.
nice. I know it's a silly answer, but it's actually really nice.
Hey, it's a legit answer. Okay, Mercy, you can't answer this one. What is that advice for someone who's young? Do what you want, not what others want you to do.
Don't feel like you have to have everything set in place. Most people who at your age don't have any idea of what they want to do. And even if they do, they're still going to be skeptical. Go with
Yeah.
what you think you would enjoy the most. You have your entire life to chop and change as time goes on.
Well, you don't, but
Well, no, you do, but just don't feel like you have to have your entire life planned out.
oh, okay, but yeah. King, do you have anything to add besides those pieces of advice?
I would say just to be open to different things. It doesn't mean like you can't do the same things. It's just like try different things.
Describe yourself in 3 words. I'm the greatest. Simple as that. Dad,
I'm the king.
Understanding, good listener, and lazy.
3
Okay,
words.
that's
4
that was 3
words.
words right there.
Understanding, okay, a listener. I like to listen, and then
Okay.
lazy.
No. Understanding a listener is 3 words already.
Okay,
all
shut
right?
the fuck up. You know what I mean.
I would say
Anyways,
understanding, attentive, and whatever your other one
there we
was.
go. Lazy.
Sure.
Stupid ass bitches know how to fucking count. British education, am I right? Marissa, with the Texas education. Let's see if you can count to 3.
Weird, listening, and stupid.
Nice.
Okay.
What would you say to your past self?
You're stupid. Learn to read, you forehead.
I would say get out there more. Because I was
I
really,
would
really like closed off back then.
Fight your parents harder when they took away your sports for exams.
tell my younger self,
Eat healthier.
don't see your father as your hero.
Fair enough. I would also just add something about like eat more vegetables, just for your own sake.
I wouldn't do that to myself.
Well, see, I used to eat healthy, and then my dad cheated on my mom, so I started eating junk food because I basically went through a little depression phase. I would sit on the couch and watch One Tree Hill. I mean, I did gain weight,
Which is
obviously,
like fair. I think obviously that's shitty to deal with, but still, like eat the vegetable.
and then but I did get stronger in the process, so it worked out. But yeah, if it wasn't for that happening, him cheating on my mom multiple times, I would probably still been healthy. But yeah, can't blame anybody but myself for not. Anyway, Halloween myth. Don't
I don't know any.
I don't know
Halloween
what that
candy. We
is.
already
I don't really
discussed.
have any.
3
Costume.
questions you'd never. That's too many.
Dude, like
Cost-
it's obvious. I would never wear anything that's like stupidly like revealing. Anything with like a mini skirt. It's just like hell no, I'm not doing that shit.
Are
Jessup
you a
hasn't
fan?
made this year.
Sorry, what?
Never mind.
Are you
I
a
didn't
fan
hear
of
what the
horror?
fuck she said.
We've actually covered the rest of these apart from the law. Though, if you celebrate in more than one country, no.
I lived in India. They don't really celebrate it over
Thoughts
there.
on
So no.
pumpkins? When Mexico
Tastes
only
like shit.
celebrates Day of the
Is it
Dead.
really
so-
necessary to carve them? I mean, it's not a bad thing to carve them. It can be fun. It's a good activity to do with your friends.
Never
Epic
done it before.
costume.
We did
We
that
already.
already.
It's a lot of work, though.
What do we do with the extra candy? You
Save it and
donate
eat it over
Eat
time.
it.
Hey, yeah, eat it.
Okay.
Was there any more?
There was.
I think there's a
some
couple more.
Thoughts on the death of the Eden Zero anime director Yuji? It was pretty sad. It's a shame it happened. I don't think it would have a major impact in the future seasons because a lot of the time, future seasons of anime don't always have the same director. There's also not just a director who does a lot of how an anime turns out. A lot of it is also the producers as well as the actual studio, the animation studio itself. Because the director won't always come from an animation studio; it will come from the higher ups.
Yeah,
But
like they'll be
there's a lot more
contracted
than
to
just
do
one
the work
person who
with the
goes into
studio,
it.
get their salary based on that, basically.
Yeah. It's sad, but I don't think we'll have much of an impact.
So we got the next question started from Suga. Marissa already answered the fear. Dev, how do you think the world will end?
I actually genuinely think the world's going to end with the whole idea of global warming just gradually getting worse, like it is. Sea levels rising and so on. As for exactly what's going to cause everything to end, I don't know, but it's just going to be gradual natural disasters getting worse.
Fair. Spidey, what is the best and worst one? Best is obviously my lovely wife. Worst is obviously the heart attack. King, how did you celebrate your first Halloween? He had a massive orgy with drugs and alcohol everywhere.
And he wore a happy
Bruh, my
costume.
first Halloween?
And he wore a
He
happy
showed us,
costume.
and he also showed us what was it? The Bud Light.
Oh yeah, the
right?
Bud Light. Yep.
Yeah.
That wasn't
so-
Halloween.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right,
It's
we're on
okay.
to forum.
Which
whatever.
genre do you
My
like
first
more?
Halloween. Shut up. My first Halloween as a kid was probably just stuff that I did in school. Like first grade, I went as like Darth Vader. It was pretty chill, and that was my first Halloween. I went out briefly that night. Yeah, it was not a bad Halloween event.
Notice I said his first Halloween in school, not his first Halloween overall. Anyway,
But I
which
didn't
genre
really
do
do
you
it at
like?
home because, like, obviously my parents didn't really understand Halloween before I started going to school because obviously it's not a thing where they're from.
Fair, fair. Which genre do you like more in manga and light novel? Rom-com or murder mystery?
Rom-com.
I'm
It's
I'm
mainly
not
what
gonna
I
lie to you.
usually read.
Go ahead, King.
It's tough though because I don't particularly like either, but I probably enjoy the rom coms more. But they all end basically the same way. There's never like it's very rare that they get like deep into the romance.
I'm telling
Definitely
you,
murder mystery.
read my love story. It gets deeper into the romance.
Okay,
It's very
I'm gonna ask you for a spoiler, Spidey. So if anyone doesn't want a spoiler, just skip
within
ahead
the
30
first three
seconds.
episodes. Within the first 3 episodes.
I'm gonna ask you a question here. Do they have sex?
Dude, they're kids. What's wrong with you?
I don't know how old they are. I've never read
They're
it.
kids.
I don't know that.
And your first
So
question is, did they bang? Are you
I
kidding me,
didn't
sir?
fucking
I
know they were
I
kids,
read it.
asshat.
I read a rom-com very recently. I finished it just the other day. Called I Got You. You Got Me, Senpai. They do have sex in it.
Okay.
They do wait until they are older, but they do. Sex does go into it. It's actually
That was
very
gonna be like a
realistic.
follow up. All right, fine. But this is 30 seconds in, so it's just get to the next
All you,
question.
all you need to know is that within the first 3 episodes they get together, and then there's still like 80 plus chapters to go for
Okay.
their romance to develop and grow. It's really well done, and this is one of the few characters I truly believe should and deserves a harem, as in he could have every fucking girl ever because that's how amazing this main character is. Um, but yeah, I've never read any good murder mystery manga or light novel, so I would say Ronko. I'm not answering that question because all those series are trash. Whatever your name is, Masuya. I got the references, but they're trash. What got you into anime or manga? Which came first? Whichever came first, Marissa. Did you watch anime or read manga first?
Anime.
Dev,
Anime.
King,
Same.
and they said same. Do we have any
Yeah,
more?
because like you're gonna watch TV before you learn how to read, and there's gonna be a little anime on TV. That's basically it.
If you get a time machine, what is that one time you'll go to? I want to go to the time of Babylonia, basically, back before there was a very first civilization. I want to see what happened. I want to see what's wild.
Yes.
I would
have a
go to the future and see shit from there.
I have a boring answer. There was I think in the early 90s they killed the electric car in the United States because they wanted to build a Hummer instead, which is basically like a fucking
Oh yeah.
super. So I would go to that time period, and they didn't say we can't change time, so I would change the course of history and make it where the electric car is actually succeeding, and maybe that would help us now. So yeah, very boring answer.
Cool.
And my answer still stays the same, even if it's a one-way trip, because sucker, I'm still there, and I could just go talk to myself and be like, "Yo, invest in this shit right now, real quick, boy, real quick, boy."
There's another
But
question in his set I would like to answer that Dav didn't give a reaction to. It's called if you were ever banished to hell, what will your first reaction be? So I don't know if you guys have done this, but on the Fairytale Wiki, like 2013ish, we found this test based on the Inferno poems by Dante. And it
Yeah, I'm
basically
reading
is like
that right now.
okay, yeah, there you go. But like this quiz is based on those poems, and it's like based on your answers to the poem, it'll tell you like which particular circle of hell you would go to. And I was actually really happy because both me and like my closest friends on the wiki were all basically sentenced to the sixth circle of hell. So my first reaction would be, yeah, this is about where I need to be, and I've got the company I want. So I mean, I guess if we die twice, we blink out of existence or whatever. So I accept that.
so is it the further away from the circle, the less consequential the punishment is, or is it the closer you are?
No,
Wait,
the
I'm sorry,
deeper
what?
you go, the worse it gets.
Yeah, the higher your circle number, the worse it gets. So like, first circle is basically like the least bad. But it's still pretty bad. Like
Oh,
if
it's 9,
I don't
right?
remember the details. I remember second circle was like a circle of like lust or something, and that's where like famous characters like Helen of Troy or whatever would be. The wind is constantly blowing, and it hurts you. The ninth circle is for like traitors and murders and stuff, and this is where Brutus, Cassius, and Judas Iscariot are, where they're tortured by Cerberus. And so like there's a lot of space between those two, right? So it's like it depends on what particular crime is. Was your crime like gluttony, greed, heresy, you know, treachery, whatever?
Okay. I am in control. Yeah, I don't care if you're living in a simulation. What will you do with that knowledge? I wouldn't do shit. Just
The rest
live.
of the questions are air.
Yeah. Well, I
What's the
mean,
most
what was the most
drunken?
drunken you've ever been, and what did you do? I have a story I could tell.
Go for it.
Go ahead. I don't have one.
I should be clear. I have multiple stories I could tell. I'll tell you guys like the most recent one though. It's probably the most stupid one, and also marginally relevant because you guys were on my Snapchat, but you didn't get it.
Oh, with the
I
Bud Light
got
and the Coke and the man. Got it.
what?
Exactly. Continue.
Okay, shut up. I got a couple of weeks ago. I was in Toronto. I got really fucking drunk. And I was out at a club and I stayed there. It was like an underground place that's not technically legal as far as I know, unless I'm mistaken. And I stayed out really fucking late. I did not get home until like, and when I say home, I mean to the Airbnb that my friend was staying at. And at 7 a.m. I was like fucked, and I couldn't do anything more. They threw me out of the club and told my friend to like get me home. So I got myself an Uber. Like he put it into my phone, and the Uber picked me up and took me to the place. And I went in and just like slept. And then the next morning I wake up and I have like a couple of snap responses, and I didn't even know what the fuck was happening. But like a couple people were messaging me back saying like, "Thanks, man, I love you too," and shit. And I messaged him back, be like, "What the fuck did I send you last night?" And then they tell me, and actually one girl sends me the actual. She took a screenshot of my snap, and it's just like really drunk, like it's a black image but with the text on it. So apparently I was still like sober enough to text, and I sent her a message, and apparently multiple other people a message reading, "I'm exceptionally drunk, but I just have to tell you that I love you dearly as a friend, and I hope you'll always be with me among various other really dewy things." And apparently and a couple of these were my fairy tale wiki friends, so
Yo, I did
they
the
all
same
started
thing.
talking about this later on and joking about stuff.
And that's not gonna lie
It
to
was
you. That's
pretty.
kind of depressing. Kind
I
of
know.
horribly depressing, if that makes sense.
It's depressing in that like I haven't said this. I always say this shit when I'm drunk. I need to be more appreciative of the people in my life.
Most drunk I've ever been. I was drunk for 5 days in
This
Portugal.
probably isn't the most drunk I've ever been, but it was just like the most recent heavy drinking. I've had a couple others where I've like wandered into people's houses drunk and other stuff like that, which is not a great idea. Please don't do that. But yeah, sorry, Dav, go on.
But yeah, my whole trip in Portugal, apart from 2 days, so we were there for 5 days of it. I was drunk, and to this day, and I was 18 at this time, so this was a good 7 years ago. Me and my friends still to this day, when we meet up, someone will remember a piece of the puzzle, and we're still putting together the days. We still don't remember the entire holiday. So yeah, it's very
Why
fun.
do you?
But yeah,
I don't drink. Marissa, do you have a story?
I
Being
hope not.
drunk?
Fucking hope not.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna drink. Like ever.
That's a good answer. You'll be like me. Why do you want to rule the world? Because clearly I could bring you a better tomorrow. It's the obvious answer. Get it together. All the members of the podcast are making a movie. Marissa's the main character. King is the villain because he's basically masked. Who would be the one everybody
I
likes?
don't think
Dav.
that's true.
Who would be the one that everyone hates? Me, clearly. Would you rather live long enough? I mean, do you guys agree with that storyline?
Yeah.
King?
Would I be the main villain?
I
You
could say
get-
Spidey as the main villain.
I feel
You
like
get-
Spidey's closer to the villain than I am. I feel like I'm just the guy on this. I'm just a side character, to be honest.
So you want
But I
to
would-
be the most hated than the villain? Because villains are universally loved. Look at Loki.
It depends on the villain, though.
Not most of them are liked.
It depends on the villain.
Even
Yeah, but
Michael Myers.
most of them aren't hated.
Yeah,
Majority of
you're
villains
gonna
are
be
not
Okay,
hated.
but people. Think about this. People hate Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
that's understandable though. It's
It's not
Joffrey,
about being understandable. It's villains are hated or loved. They can be both.
but
Yeah, but
he's
it
not
depends
the
on what you
villain.
do as a villain.
He's not the villain.
Exactly.
Cersei's the villain.
I mean, if
Cersei's
you
the villain.
go start pillaging and beating up and raping people, then you're going to be hated. But if you're just going to be that guy who's like, I want to take over the
and
world.
and notice the
it
question
depends.
says that the question says who is the most liked and who's the most hated. Obviously, that means that the villain is not the most hated. So you want to be the villain or the one that's the most hated?
Well, I assumed that this was 4 different characters.
So
It is,
exactly,
but if there's someone who's
for-
already hated, then the villain can't be the most hated.
exactly.
Yeah.
So pick one. Do you want to be the villain or the most hated?
I don't feel like I would be either, but I'll choose the villain.
There you go. So I was right. Thank you. You wasted our time with this. Good job. Good job. I'm just busting your chops. All right, guys. Would you live long enough to watch the world collapse, and everyone you love die, or lose limbs for 3 years and die?
Would you
I'll
rather
take
live
it.
long enough to watch the World Cup? Okay, so this is basically the question of would you want to be immortal or not? I would not mind being immortal. Now, obviously, there's the whole you watch your people around you die and so, but immortality to me sounds great. It sounds actually because if you just do stuff with it. But if all you're gonna do is have a family and then watch them die, then obviously it's gonna be depressing.
Read Yona.
Read Yoda.
You'll
Yeah.
change your mind.
Okay.
Immortality sounds great.
If you ruled the world, what would your first order be? Oh, sir.
Oh, that's a good question. Have Spidey arrested, obviously.
Put Spidey in a room and lock him there so he doesn't start his mission.
Yes.
My 5-phase plan.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, have Spidey arrested. Make it a law that Dav is only allowed to eat chicken and
I
rice. once a week.
no.
I mean, I
no,
do
no.
that anyway. So
It's
But
your
you're only
first
allowed to have
order.
it once a week. Fine.
Yeah, so it's either I get arrested or Dad could only eat rice and chicken once a week.
Oh well, my first. Oh, sorry. I thought it was just a. No, okay. If it has to be one or the other, I would arrest Spider-Man.
I love a Dad.
come back to me.
Marissa,
Free candy.
free candy.
Okay, it's not bad.
Messed everywhere is proud. My first order would be relocating individuals to certain areas.
Fuck's sake.
That is my answer. Perfectly balanced as all things would be.
Is it balanced though?
It would be balanced with my world. My world's 5-phase plan. Dev?
I don't know if this counts as an answer, but I would put a focus in trying to just fix the schooling system.
Of course, you give us
Okay.
the fucking boomer answer. God, no, I'm just kidding. That's actually a good answer, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's not what they wanted. Drunk thoughts, you guys already said. What is the weirdest thing someone has done? Oh, I thought in general, in real
That you
life.
needed to ban them for. Oh, so like.
So because in real life, when I was working at a fast food restaurant, some guy and his girlfriend were like, I was charging them, and we used to have this burrito item, and I gave it to them, and then the girl looked at me, and then she whispered something to her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend was like, "You want to have a threesome with us?" I was like, "Wait, what?" So that was
What?
the weirdest. Yeah, that was weird. I was like,
Were
"Sir,
they
I will not-"
serious?
No, they were serious. They were 100% serious.
What the fuck?
I was confused. So I was like, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd be flattered by that or weirded out. That's just weird.
Well,
It
she
is
was
weird,
pretty.
but,
So
like-
I was flattered.
Okay,
But I
fair
was
enough.
like, I don't,
Yeah, no,
but I was
that
like,
was good.
I don't
I should
care.
I should have asked that question first. Like, what did she look like, and actually, what did he look like too? If you're gonna get involved.
I mean, he looked normal and she looked pretty, so I was like,
Okay, yeah, it's acceptable, I guess, if you're into that.
but I was like, I don't share, so no.
Fair.
And they were like, well, if you ever change your mind, here's my number. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait, she fucking wrote down her number for you?
Yes, on a napkin.
Damn.
I was confused.
Then he used a napkin to wipe up after he's eaten, and then he lost the number. Feels bad, man.
No, I just threw it away because I was like, no, I
Yeah.
don't share. I do not share.
That's reasonable.
I don't know. You guys want to give a weird story or weird thing that you
Weirdest
banned
thing
for?
someone has done.
There was that guy for some reason. I don't know why, but he decided to non-stop ping me in another server where I'm friends with the mods to say, haha, you can't, because I'm not a mod then. They're like, haha, you can't ban me here. I was like, okay, so you're just harassing
Oh
me.
yeah.
So we just banned him here. And he's like, that's not fair. Don't harass people. Don't be an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the weirdest thing because it was just so stupid.
The weirdest thing for me, well, here's the thing. It didn't happen to me, but it happened around me, and I had to like talk with the other mods to discuss what to do. There was back in the Fairy Tale wiki, it was like early mid 2014. There was this girl who came to one of our other mods and was like talking to him, and he didn't believe her about something, and somehow it came to the conversation that he didn't believe that she was actually female. And then she DM'd him saying like she can prove to him that she's female, and then he messages me being like, "Yo, this like creeper is like threatens to like send me pictures of and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Okay, you need to screenshot this shit and send it to me, because like I was like a more experienced mod at the time, but like I never dealt with something this weird. So it's like, and plus it's like it's a PM, so like it's not visible to everybody. It's like he could just block her, but it's like, well, if she's doing this to him, who the fuck else is she doing this to, right? So we just talked about that. We blocked this girl and we sent the screenshot to one of the admins just as like a heads up. And then on the wiki, we also had this thing called the shame chat, where it's like we take screenshots of stupid shit people have said or done, and then we just like post it there. So yeah, we posted that there, being like, his adventure or something to that effect. So we have a lot of those. Like I'm gonna let Marissa answer a story, but I'll read out some old funny chat logs that I have after I find them. But Marissa, go on.
I'm usually the one doing weird stuff, so I don't have a
She
lot.
just hasn't been banned yet.
Yeah.
Favoritism, God.
Zombie apocalypse with a member of the server. We've answered those kind of things before.
Goose, because he really loves guns. So I feel like
Halloween
Guns
story.
are fun.
you are in Texas, so it's like required to be said at birth.
There's quite a funny question actually.
Which
Spiderman, what were your thoughts when you first met Dav and vice versa?
I didn't think anything of you. Then you said fairy law, and I was like, this guy's a fucking
Fucked up.
idiot.
I think I was on the first day as well.
I was like, what the fuck's this idiot doing? And then I
Actually
think I DM'd
stupid.
you. Then I DM'd you. I was like, the fuck you want? And you're like, oh, my bad. And I was like, yeah, it is your fucking bad, you fuck. And then yeah,
yeah,
but
it
yeah,
was.
I don't think much of people because I don't care enough about you guys
Love you too.
individually. As a unit, I have to care for you, so there's that. But
My first thoughts when I first met him was, fuck, this guy, fucking, oh shit, because I'd fucked up. But then, like, a few days later, yeah. And I think Sword and Shield had just come out as well, if I remember correctly. So we'll talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. So,
yeah.
A question for you, Spidey.
Yes.
What were your first thoughts when you saw like us like apply for mod?
I told him to apply because Air was doing the applications, and I just told I told Dav that there was some incidents with Dav that had happened, and I was like, I basically gave him the green light. I was like, just apply, trust me, just apply. He applied, and then Air was the one who chose Dav and Gone. I didn't choose the staff there.
I think you chose me, Gon, Eco, and...
No, that was all Air. That was all Air.
Yeah, so I think that was the three that all three of us got promoted at the same time.
Oh yeah. And then when I think I told you to apply because I think
Yeah, you
you
did.
were the one who didn't apply, Marissa.
I did apply, it just didn't go through.
Sure you did. Sure you did. So I gave you extra time to apply.
Okay, I found a good one. So there are 3 people in the chat at the time. We'll call them Guy A, Guy 1, Guy 1, Guy 2, and Guy 3. So Guy 1 enters the chat asking like, "Hey, what's everyone up to?" Guy 2 says, "Sucking," and Guy 1 asks, "Oh, is Guy 3 enjoying it?" Guy 2 says, "I'm not sucking him," and Guy 3 says, "No."
Fucking
So you guys were all into sucking on the wiki, got it.
Oh, I wasn't there. They showed me the screenshot later.
See, that's what King wants you to believe. But in reality, he was
Oh,
he was
Kinda
guy,
like
he was guy 2.
kind of like the Bud Light where he's like, I didn't drink it, but it was there.
I didn't drink it. I still have those cans. Eat my.
There's one last question. King is aimed at you. Would you rather save a train full of people, but one person gets run over, or would you save that one person as the guy who has a cure to end all cancer?
I refuse to let arithmetic decide my answer to questions like that.
So I flip a coin. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
I'll just whatever the train is already set to go. Let's go in that route, fam. I'm letting fate take me.
Actually, there's a third answer. You just drive it straight down the middle of either track, and
I
you kill
thought we
yourself
weren't.
and everybody.
I thought we
Ah,
weren't driving the train. We were just changing the direction of the train.
Yeah, we're not actually driving. We're not driving it. We're just changing direction.
Does it specify that we're not changing? We're not driving.
But that's how that thing
That's how
usually
that.
goes.
Yeah.
It is that you are just on it and it is going, and you
Yeah,
can
like
choose to
you're
go
the
left or
controller.
right.
You have access to like switch the tracks or whatever. Generally, that's how that.
I've always said I'll just let it go. I don't know what track is already taken, and whichever one is taken, that's the answer. Because obviously that's what God willed.
Yeah. That fuck it. Flip a coin.
Somebody answered that a cure to all cancer is biologically impossible. That you have to tailor it to specific types of cancer, which I believe to be true at the moment. So I'm also
Yeah, that guy's
just
a fucking
add that
nerd.
on.
So yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but like I don't know.
So yeah, I think that's all the
So-
questions.
And Marissa, before they rudely interrupted, my first thought when you applied was about fucking time she applied after I waited like an hour.
Hour.
We were
She
in the
applied-
middle of playing Among Us, so like,
Yeah, we were playing Among Us, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't apply because I didn't." You said something like, "I don't think I'd get it," and I was like, "Oh, you fucking." And then I was like, "Just apply. Here's the link." I told the mods, "Oh, Marissa's gonna apply. She just said she couldn't submit it or something," and you applied, and obviously got the position. That was you, Monty, and who was the third one?
happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's another funny screenshot I took. So I did take the screenshot and I was there, but I manipulated exactly what I took to make it look out of context. So basically, this guy told a girl, "Shut the fuck up," and STF, like get back in the room, and I'll make sure you can't walk for a few days. And another
Bruh.
guy gave a WTF kind of emoji reaction, and the other guy followed up with just spread your legs and gave like the perv emoticon. But I only took those 3 things, so you couldn't actually see that he was talking to a girl. It looked like he was talking to the other dude. And then I posted it on like a blog at the time, and everybody started laughing. And this dude got so mad at me. He was like, he maximized his font size and was like, "That was taken out of context. I was talking to her," and everyone was like, "Yeah, sure you were, buddy."
You know, horny, bruv.
Sorry,
Shake
what?
my head. You know, horny, fam.
Oh yeah, no, we 100% were. No argument there. Like when we were doing the original Fairy Tale Wiki podcast, we were talking about the fan service all the time, and that was at the time when chapter 339 came out. And for those who don't know, because you might not have been there at the time, 339 was a big deal, not because of the content of the chapter, because the content of the chapter was not very good, but because the cover was fantastic, because it was all the non-fairy tale girls at the beach, and we saw like, holy shit, Kagura is fucking thick. Like, damn.
She is pretty thick.
Exactly. We didn't even know that at the time. But everyone was like, holy shit. Like, up to this point, I don't know if this was a fairy tale fandom wide thing, but this was certainly a wiki thing. Everyone was always like, like I love Urza's body, I love Lucy's body, or Jenny, or Mira Jane, or Kana, or whoever else. But then for like a little while, everyone was all up on Kagura's business. It's pretty crazy. And I have a couple other random funny screenshots. One was basically our head admin was getting really pissed off with some annoying user, and he basically said in chat when the other guy was there that he was going to write something really fucked up on his user page because admins had the ability to edit other people's user page. He was going to put something really fucked up on his user page and then lie and say that it was an April Fool's joke. And just in case he actually went and did it, I took a screenshot just to be like, haha, gotcha. And it would be a nice little thing. Oh, and here's another one. So there was this guy, he was from like the Dragon Ball Z wiki, but he kept coming over to our chat. We didn't necessarily like him a lot, but he was useful from time to time in terms of like sussing out sock puppets and stuff, so we kept him around. And he was getting messed around with another dude and told him, don't play with my hair, in like a stupid RP. And the other dude jizzed in a pile of popcorn, like in the RP style. And then the Dragon Ball Z wiki dude ate the popcorn, and everyone was like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you eating the fucking popcorn? That's obviously fucking roleplay, but it's like, what's going on here? Like,
you lot are correct, fam.
I know.
You lot are correct.
But yeah, like I'll be honest, this is part of the reason why I wanted to do like a fun podcast with random discussions and stuff, because this was always like a really fun. Thank you, Spidey, for posting the.
Look, if you want to eat the popcorn, you can. I don't think any of us will.
Anyways, yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this whole thing, because like I just remembered a lot of the stuff I've done. Work has been very difficult the last couple of weeks, and it's just because of the time of year, sales, and all that stuff. So I just needed ways to like.
Wait, hold on. Is Sharia naked in that picture?
I was literally about to say, why is
What?
the young child naked?
Who's naked?
Sharia, she's literally naked in it.
Holy
She's got
fuck!
no-
I didn't even notice that.
She's got no bikini on or anything.
Jesus, I didn't
Come on,
notice that.
Mashima,
How
shake,
have I not
man.
noticed that? I mean, maybe this goes to his whole like fucking pedophile jokes. Like he's not doing it for sex appeal. He's doing it because he thinks it's funny, but it's not fucking funny.
Okay, I don't know if which one's real or not, because there's another version now. Hold on, let me
Actually,
post
yeah,
it.
like I don't remember her being naked. Like maybe that's an edited version that you posted.
No, because I got that from the wiki shit.
Oh, did you?
Fucking hell, the wiki is horny, bruv.
I
No
found
argument there, but I'm gonna double check because I really didn't remember that part.
I found this one on Google.
That one seems more.
That
Real.
one feels more legit.
I don't know what the wiki's on, but
Okay, I'm gonna double check.
What chapter was this?
Dab is interested in the picture. Fucking guy.
No, because I'm gonna
No,
look.
that's a legitimate
What was it
question.
328? You said or something.
No, 339.
339.
39.
339.
Hey, what the fuck? The wiki's cover has her in a bikini.
No,
I literally googled wiki 339 and it showed me.
that's from the
I mean-
official release.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, I
So
mean,
she-
like,
she has
I'm on the
got
wiki
a
page
bikini.
right now. It has her in a bikini, so I mean that's better than.
He quickly edited it.
Dude, fuck off! I can't photo edit.
I mean, you could copy paste though. So
Not that fast, and not for fucking photo imagery. How am I gonna fucking paste a bikini on that?
It's getting pretty defensive, if you ask me.
Shut up.
I mean, he really is. He really is.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So
think
we had a
that's-
lot of. Shut up, Spidey. We had a lot of questions.
I was about to say we're about to wrap it up because we have no listeners now.
Did we? Oh wait, did everyone dip? Oh, wait,
They
we have
just
a
Yeah.
right now.
listener. I don't know who the fuck he is, but whoever the
I think
last
that's
listener is,
Craig.
shout out to you.
No, Power is Craig. Is basically Craig.
No, Craig's one of the he's one of the recorders.
Evil
Yeah.
Craig is one of the
Well,
recorders.
sorry, Evil Craig.
Yeah, then
So-
the other
so
one-
so the regular Craig is listening to us then.
Was Power, but yeah. The regular
Power?
Craig didn't want to work.
Yeah, so we should wrap it up.
Yeah. So, yeah,
we
thank
did
you.
have a lot of people, so
Yeah, we
yeah.
got I think we hit 10 at some point, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get about. I know we're gonna get a lot more views on Reddit because it'll just be easier. On YouTube because it'll be easier for them just to listen.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's
And
like what I was saying earlier about work. Just like put it in the background at the end of the day while you're tidying up and stuff, and you're good. It's a nice little way to pass the time and have a little bit of entertainment. And at the moment, I think a lot of us can use that, especially because things are just ramping up. School is going to ramp up for people who are in school. Work will ramp up for people who are working. So I think it's understandable, but I do hope that everybody was able to enjoy this little 3 hour, podcast. I certainly enjoyed it. I think next time we'll do it a little bit differently, and maybe even I think we should also one day make a podcast where we ask each other questions because I feel like since we know each other pretty well now, we could actually make something really entertaining like that.
yeah,
It's just a thought.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll
for
make it.
Christmas.
I'm not gonna be here for Christmas. Don't expect me to record for Christmas.
I
What
won't be here for
happens on
Christmas,
Christmas?
or I won't be here
I'm
for
leaving.
Christmas or New Year's. So
You're
Yeah.
leaving the country?
I'm a
I'm
big
leaving
drunk as
my.
shit.
I'm gonna be leaving the state.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. That's fine.
We
Yeah,
could record one before. I leave on the 17th. I mean, we could talk about this afterward. Just
Yeah,
say your
we'll
goodbye.
we'll hand it off. Marissa, you want to say anything?
Not really. It was
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear.
all right,
starting to shut down.
All right, cool. I
Okay,
don't know
your
how to
outro.
go for it, King. I'm
just
gonna
a
go get
heads up.
food.
I don't know how to end the recording of the
I
Evil
got it,
Greg,
don't worry.
so I'm just gonna leave that to you guys. But thank you everybody for listening to our 3 hour podcast. We do hope that you had a good time, and thank you to everybody who sent in questions, even the questions that kind of stunk. We don't mind, and we do appreciate the effort you guys put in. This will obviously be on YouTube for when it's when it is ready. So until then, just continue hanging out in the server, having fun, be nice to people. Happy Halloween. We hope you will all be, safe and don't take candy from,
Little
people who
kids.
don't look like they should be handing out candy, among other things. And yeah, in general, we hope you guys have a fantastic day. Good luck with the month of November, whatever else you might be doing. And yeah, that's all from me.
Read Fire Ren.
Watch Goblin Slayer.
Okay, so is the recording done?